There's also probably behaviors, and this is what you're saying around unprecedented industry sort of support and working together. Would you see sort of a protocol that should be followed by all the suppliers of inventory into the exchanges or the exchanges themselves, protocol that the buyers should all sort of follow? Meaning, as an industry, are there behaviors that if we all align to some behaviors and across the ecosystem, maybe there's, again, going to Michael's point, maybe there's a way to sort of behave in a certain way that may make it harder for the botnets and the bad guys to really infiltrate this. So would you support also sort of behaviors or protocols around behaviors?
I think those would be tougher to operationalize. I think on that point, if we were able to, identify, like as I said, there's this industry around auditing and verification. They continue to, those providers there continue to differentiate themselves from each other by investing in technology on their side, being able to expand their sphere, from just networks out to exchanges, out to different technologies and data providers. I think they should be leading the charge there, because I think this is at its core a technology solution. The technology solution will make the buyers aware of the good and the bad. The adoption for these auditing technologies will accelerate. And as I said, over time we'll be able to push out the people who don't belong. I think trying to sort of industry-wide set a standard for buying behaviors may be a little tougher.
Yeah. So a little bit of a sort of left turn here on brands, because and Michael touched on this, we've thought of this from the task force as well, that the real losers at this point are marketers who are spending in the programmatic world and maybe not necessarily aware of this or measuring the effect this is having on them. The other are the good quality publishers that may not be aware of things that are happening, but also are producing great content, differentiated content. Why are brands, so the brands that are spending with you guys and sort of continue to move more money into the programmatic space, why are they doing that today?
Well, I mean, again, it's not, I don't want to provide an essential association between what's happening
and I don't want to do that too.
It's
more bigger picture.
Much broader than that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reason why programmatic buying is attractive is that, having spent, most of the rest of my time in either ad tech or media buying, the opportunities that technology provides to shift more of the executional work onto an automated system and leave that time free for the humans, the planners, and the strategists within these media organizations and even within these client teams to think about new ways to connect with their consumers in an increasingly fragmented marketplace. That's good. That's at its core a good thing. And the technology itself also gets at helping to think of audience as one of your core buying principles, using technology to identify that audience across a lot of disparate media channels. Again, combats the fragmentation that we're seeing, enables you to get the reach numbers where you want them to be, even thinking in more traditional media contexts. So I think that's one of the big reasons why programmatic buying and audience targeting are seeing the dramatic shifts that we're seeing right now. And I do think it is something that is, hopefully over time, because so many more advertising channels are now being delivered over a digital two-way connection, we will be able to see a lot of the same accountability, a lot of the same targeting capability happen across all of those screens. Yep. But what comes with that, as Michael was just discussing, is more opportunity for bad actors to sneak in, either fraudulent traffic with the bots, but there's also right now, I think, as an accountable medium, it blurs the line between waste and fraud in certain ways. So we were talking a lot about botnet traffic and pay-per-click type things that can be defrauded, but there's also sort of artificially increasing your impression volume by running ads side by side or packing ads below the fold on a page. These are other things that ultimately lead to wasted ad dollars for marketers, and something that we should be looking to stamp out. But as part of the Good Intent Task Force, we're working to try to define fraud kind of broadly, but then decide which areas we're going to go after. And I think there are multiple fronts that we can fight this on.